Netflix has just entered desperate mode by including the Harkles as producers of a new documentary called Live to Lead. What is surprising is that it is not gonna be called Live to Grift, but it's because the actual protagonists are personalities like Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Nelson Mandela. And you already know the close relationship between Nelson Mandela and Harry and Meghan, right? But there are shady intentions behind this, as you're about to find out. Welcome back, my Battle Language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language guy. And before we begin, I want to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, Galaxy Lamps. With their Galaxy projector, you will be able to transform any room of your home into a wonderful universe of color. They are great for chilling out with your loved ones, meditation, or just relaxing. You can customize the colors, brightness, set a timer, and you can control it with your favorite assistant. Right now, you can save 15% off the price of your Galaxy projector. Go to my link in the description of this video and create your own universe. So imagine my surprise when I saw this on Twitter. Their voices give us hope. Their actions shape our world. Their leadership inspires our future. Live to Lead, a documentary series presented by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. What? Premieres December 31. This people are desperate. I'm gonna play the trailer here.
Take one. At every turn in my life, I thought, do I really want this? And if the answer is yes, you find a way.
Well, our question is, do we really want a documentary with the Harkles? Another documentary? So I guess the answer is no. We will find a way to avoid this snooze fest.
This was inspired by Nelson Mandela, who once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived.
It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead."
Mainly means by example. We do what we see way, way, way more than what we're told.
The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, we will never forgive you.
Don't follow your dreams, follow your life, your dreams follow you.
Leaders, we have the keys to create a sense of security and a sense of hope.
To fight for change and to become leaders.
And giving inspiration to the rest of us. To live, to lead.
Well, for starters, we have this clue thanks to Baroness Brock. Does this ring any bells? It seems Archwell bought a pre-made project from 2019 and stamped it with Harry and Meghan's ducal monogram to sell it to Netflix. What is this about? We see that this production from 2019 that was not published yet, was not distributed yet, well, included Greta Thunberg, Jacinda Ardern, Brian Stevenson, Gloria Steinem, it seems Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the same people we saw in this trailer, and this is a synopsis from that documentary, the first in an ongoing series of interviews with inspiring individuals from around the world, will be released in 2020 and will be followed in early 2022 by an 8-part feature documentary series entitled I Know This to Be True. But bear with me on this. The project is a collaboration between the Nelson Mandela Foundation and its longtime creative partners Blackwell and Ruth. But this is not unusual in show business. A production company produces the content, and someone, that could be the Harkles, acquired the rights and closed a deal with a distributor, which can be Netflix. Harkles get to have a leader's production to their name. It's exactly the same that I want to sell, I don't know, Italian sauce. And I don't want to produce the sauce, but I look for a factory or a company that makes the sauce and makes what is called a white label product, that they made the product and they put in the jars and everything. And I just go and put the label on them, and you have the Battle Language guy ragu sauce, and I don't have to do anything else. That is exactly what the Harkles are doing. In that sense, I don't find it that odd or that bad. But I've told you many times that you should follow the money, because the money usually leads you into, well, the truth. And in this case, it's, well, not surprising to find out that Netflix lost $11.5 billion of their stock value the same day Harry and Meghan published their second volume, the last 3 episodes of their horror-mentary. So in essence, we knew that it was going to happen. We knew that Netflix was going to get markled. But, well, what a way! Funded service gets off to a bad start. You can also remember that Netflix is, well, in trouble with so many people canceling their subscriptions. Not only the people that say, well, we don't want stuff like Harry and Meghan's horror-mentary, but they just found the service not necessary. And there's this huge competition from other outlets, other streaming services that you can imagine that it has not been easy. So they got this model that you pay a bit less, but then you get ads. So you pay and you get ads. It's like you lose. And surprise, it has not been that popular. Who would have thought that? And regarding Greta and Harry, you might remember that time when Prince Harry was tricked by Russian hackers pretending to be Greta Thunberg. Maybe he gets to talk with the real Greta this time. I hope so, Harry. But of all the reactions of this, I mean, why would you choose Harry and Meghan to lead a documentary when their first documentary hasn't fared well on any reviews anywhere? Of all the reactions, I think that Melody Jane Lauren 017 Mary on Twitter is one of, well, it's spot on. Basking in reflected glory, Berg. It's a self-serving cognition whereby an individual associates themselves with successful persons, such as that person's success becomes their own. And that's the definition of the Harkles. They do all this. They buy this production, they put their names on that, they change the title, and they sell that to Netflix in a struggle to, hey, look at me, this is my Italian sauce. I made this. I don't really have a problem with the Harkles buying a production and trying to sell it. The real problem here is that it is not gonna stick because, the same as a generic Italian sauce made by a factory and sold by many labels, but it's the same sauce. At the same time, I'm not saying that this production company did not try to do a great job with this documentary. It looks promising, even if, as you can see, most of it is stock footage and there are a few interviews tucked inside. And the big question is, are people really interested in these stories? Are people interested in all the stories? Maybe yes, maybe I could be wrong. But this sounds like something that will become popular, I don't know, in LinkedIn. And you know how boring is LinkedIn. I mean, it's LinkedIn. Maybe that's the face that we will have upon watching this. To put this in perspective, you can imagine that the Harkles had the skin in the game for their love story horror-mentary. Those 6 episodes of pure cringe fest. But what kind of skin in the game do they have here? They did not produce it. They, allegedly only had to grab it, change the title, add their names, and then, off from the production line to the screams of whoever is gonna watch this. It will show when you are not personally involved in a project. I might be wrong. The documentary might turn out to be really good and, to be ultra successful, I have my doubts. Because the pandering, I understand that they could talk about, famous leaders and that could be inspiring. But you know that there is a very thin line between inspiring and condescending, and that can't be denied. And, the reaction of the public didn't wait either. Good lord, you've cobbled together some old videos in the public domain and got this pair of tryhards trying to serve them up fresh with a nice word salad. Budget-conscious recycling. Thank goodness I canceled Netflix. No wonder Netflix shares are tanking, propping up the two lying grifters. So I'm assuming the Obamas, Beyoncé, and people they claim are leaders wanted no part of this train wreck. Greta, I'm not surprised since she's eventually going to help them build their kingdom in Chunga Chunga. I see why Netflix put out the juicy stuff. This is Snoresville. Why am I paying $15 a month to watch a bunch of stock footage I could look at online for free? Journalists are speaking out against Netflix and their disrespect of journalistic ethics. As usual, I would love to know what you think about this cloud chasing, grabbing or borrowing in the comments. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And remember, much love and bliss.